Welcome once again to another edition of Overall Overtime, hosted by me, Errol Jones, on the Bleav Network. And today is a special episode for the biggest boxing fight in a generation, and one of the biggest boxing fights of all time. And that is, of course, the undisputed welterweight championship showdown for all four belts between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford on July 29th. Enjoy my exclusive interviews with both of these great boxers, the best two fighters in the world, arguably, and how they will settle who will be the pound-for-pound #1 in the sport come the final Saturday in July. Enjoy my interviews, both Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and they start right now with first Errol Spence and then Terence Crawford. How you doing, Errol?
I'm doing good. Can't complain.
Definitely, brother. Want to ask you, man, first, just how the training is going and just your whole vibe right now, a month away from this tremendous showdown.
Training been going good, man. Been going real good. Just focus. Ready to get out. Ready to get out to Vegas and get the show on the road, man. Training hard in this hot gym, 100-something degree gym, and just trying to stay focused and listen to the game plan that Derek has for me.
I mean, you already mentioned it, man, with that weather being so oppressive in Texas, where Vegas heat not gonna be nothing for you, man. Do you feel that how crazy this weather has been in Texas, that is now the perfect training environment for you for July 29th?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I think the gym that we're going to in Vegas is a lot cooler than the gym here in at my home gym, because whatever it is outside is hotter than inside, because we got 10 roofs and everything, no AC. So usually we go outside for a breath of fresh air. Mm-hmm. We inside the gym working.
Let me ask you, man, with the promo tour that you had for him both in LA and New York, and seeing him again face to face, but this time, now with this fight set up, what did you see in his eyes when you faced off against him twice, where you said something where I got him?
I ain't seen none of his eyes. I mean, he's a ultra competitor just like me. So I ain't seen none of his eyes at all. He look like he's ready.
What's been the best message that you received unexpectedly from someone that's supporting you, that you're like, damn, this is something different with this fight that I've been wanting for a while, that the whole sport's been wanting, but I got this message here and I didn't expect it?
I mean, I can't think any messages. I get a lot of messages from people, telling me to stay focused and, knock his head off, or, do work on the 29th. So, I get a lot of messages. I don't really keep up with them all.
How have your kids felt in regards to being able to see you have this moment where they decided to see their father have the biggest stage of many big stages that you've had? How have your kids been conversating with you about it?
I mean, they really hate training camp because I'm not playing with them all the time. We're not doing stuff with them. Usually, like, we're always doing something on the water park, or, doing stuff. But this time around, I get an Airbnb. I still stay in Dallas, but I get an Airbnb by the gym, and then I'm more just focused on training. Just when I can spend time with them, I will, but I can't. So they kind of hate going to the Airbnb. They asking me to come home and all that type of stuff. So they don't really understand it. They get our box, and my oldest just found out that I'm kind of famous. Came home saying I'm famous, but they don't really too much get it, but I think they're gonna get it once they get older. That's why I try to have them around, like coming to the boxing gym and coming to all my boxing matches and just being at different events. So that we one of them kids that say they was there, and not one of those kids that have to hear about it from other people that was in the training camp. I want them to know about it firsthand.
5 years ago, both of you were on the Breakfast Club, and Terence Crawford admitted that he had reservations to Charlemagne about facing you. Do you think now that he's talked himself out of it and that he doesn't have those reservations, or do you believe that there's a little trepidation from him when he steps in that ring with you, July 29th?
Say it again.
Do you believe that he still has that little bit of fear or reservation that he admitted to Charlemagne 5 years ago on the Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne told you directly? Do you feel that he's talked himself out of that fear for you or that reservation for you when he steps in that ring, July 29th?
I think, it's just natural. It'd be a little cautious once we get in the ring together, but it's gonna be a fight. A fight is a fight. So, I mean, fear makes you train harder. I'm not saying that he's fearful, he's scared, or anything like that, but he's a hard worker. He trained hard, so I know he's training hard, and I don't think he gave any reservation for me now because, what's done is done. We got to get in there and fight. So on the 29th, I think he's going to come with his A game.
The weather aside, is this the most excited that you've been to train for a fight? Of many excitements that you had when you trained for a fight and produced the way that you had, do you feel just even a little bit more spark when you get up in the morning towards training for this fight?
Definitely, because this is a legacy-defining fight, and everybody watching this fight, I feel like who's watching this fight. So it's definitely, gets your blood going, get you pumped up, get you ready to go. So I think I've been at a little bit more pep in my step this fight than the past prior fights.
You mentioned previously when you were on All Access and you had the Yugas fight that you saw Yugas living a little comfortable. And that was one sign that when the going got tough, that you were going to be able to handle him ease. Do you feel All Access is going to give you insight towards Crawford with that, or are you just tuning that out and just saying, I'm just on me all the way here?
I'm just tuning it out. I don't watch All Access to after the fight. Like I don't watch none of it. So I basically tune it out. I get bits and pieces on social media or stuff I hear, but as far as watching the whole episode, I don't watch the episode.
How's you feel in terms of your nutrition? And do you have a pre-fight meal in plan for July 28th after you make the weight? You got a pre-fight meal planned out, or you still that's to be determined?
I got a nutritionist, so he cooking all my meals. But after the fight, I'm definitely getting some wings. Yeah, I'm definitely getting some wings, man. I'm not gonna get any pizza, but I'm definitely gonna get some wings. Probably some juice, a soda, a little popcorn and some candy.
Okay. Popcorn candy is your vibe too with that? You about the popcorn candy after the fights like that?
Yeah, popcorn with hot sauce, man.
Hey, that's a real Texas boy right there with that, man. Do you have already the gloves and the trunk style that you want for the fight? Or are you still planning it out in terms of what you want to come up with for July 29th?
Oh, I got my trunks, but I ain't telling what color gloves I want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's for people to tune in to see what it has to be. And also about any ring interest, any possible artists coming in, or you like, nah, I'm gonna focus, have the song in there, but no artist. That's still to be determined in your mind?
Oh, that's still to be determined, but most likely I'm gonna come. I probably have a Dallas artist, Texas artist.
You know for sure that no matter the style, whether you get somebody out in the first round or go in the distance the way that you have, particularly in the years that you've been at 147, that it don't matter what style you go in. But there's a little bit of you want to see a Hagler Hearns reincarnation that first round where you're like, you know what? Let's go. Let's show who's the real one right now.
Nah, not necessarily. I mean, if I'm Hagler, yeah. You talking about? If I'm Hagler, yeah. I had that, but nah. you know, whatever happens, happens. If it come out that way, if we go that way, then it goes that way. So, but if it don't, you know, he kind of starts slow. So I don't think he's gonna go out that way. But if it does, that'd be great. That'd be good.
Few more.
I don't get paid for overtime. So.
Well, we definitely know it ain't gonna go more than 12. We know that for sure, brother. Just a few more questions for you because of all this hype for this fight for 5-6 years and everything. What specifically throughout since this fight has been made officially has been the best part of promotion, and what's been the part besides all the usual questions? That's why we asking original questions here. What's been the most annoying part of it?
I mean, it getting annoying when reporters ask the same questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you didn't ask different questions, so but it get annoying when a reporter's on a call, or they right next to you and they hear this dude ask you a question, and then this same dude asks you the same question, or the next dude asks you the same question too. It's like, why I keep asking the same. Like I told him a question, so I guess they just want to hear from with their camera and they lens and them say it, but you know they get kind of annoying just repeating the same question over and over and over.
And not only that, man, just want to ask you for this one on July 29th and how the victory that's in your mind from a long time ago with that, you know how the legacy means that towards you, but also doing it for your family and your friends. Just that whole thought of how that's in your mind come July 29th.
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like it's humongous. It's definitely a huge fight. Especially in the box office too. So, you know, doing this for basically, you know, my kids, my mother, my father, and you know, my close circle and everybody around me. So, it's a great feeling just to know that if I do it right, you know, my kids will be good, you know, until they get older and decide what they want to do, what they go to road path, they'll be good for a long time. So it's just a blessing just being in this position because a lot of people don't get to the position where, you know, they can stop generational curses that, you know, that's in their family, and, you know, I can break that, you know, just with me.
With no disrespect to Terence Crawford's mother, July 29th is her birthday, but that birthday gift you want to give is that major defeat right there and then. Because you heard him mention that in the press conference and how you said that's not going to be happening.
Well, I mean, he going to get a gift. I mean, shit, he get a check after the fight. So that'd be a good gift for him.
Errol, appreciate the time, brother. And good luck to see you in Vegas, my man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now enjoy my interview with Terence Crawford, and it starts now. Here with the 402 Don, that is what Terence Crawford. You know I had to mention my area code so people know that this is the 402 Don, like other cities' area codes. That's got to be established there. Just how you feeling now as the countdown ticks down?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling wonderful. It's just, you know, the weight gain right now.
And let me ask you, man, did you ever find out who that mole was that said that you didn't like hot sauce or did eat hot sauce? Did you ever find out who that mole was?
I must have said it in the interview. So, you know what I mean? I was the actual mole.
Well, I mean, that's what made that tweet that real with that, man. I want to ask you, man, because always handled business in the whole reign and had the whole series disposition. But did you ever think that you would be this colorful on Twitter in terms of even being on Twitter, being on social media, and having your mental game in terms of smack talk be as elite as your fight game?
Well, I really too much don't pay attention to social media. That's not my thing like that. I get on just to have fun here and there, but for the most part, you know, I'm more laid back and secretive.
In terms of that, when you see that from Errol on the other side, he's someone that isn't the most talkative like that, and how you've been giving the whole sound bites right back to him. Have you been pleasantly surprised by how he's promoted the fight in terms of giving you at least decent verbal smack talk right back?
Well, we gotta do what we gotta do to sell the fight, But in all honesty, I don't think neither of us have to really go out and do too much smack talking to sell a fight that's already sold. This is a fight that the world's been craving for a long time now, and it's finally here, and everybody's getting everything that they wanted in this one fight. So why not support the event and, buy the fight or come to the fight?
You already have the playlist on July 29th set up. Do you have the 2-5 All Eyes on Me? Do you have the DMX? Because you know you love your ex. What's the playlist in terms of the 5 songs that you got set up, if any, right now?
And I don't even know, man. I just let the music play on shuffle, and everything else is just a vibe. I go in there and just, do my thing. Nothing's changed but the date.
Let me ask you, man, because this is something of you being one of the smartest IQ fighters, not only for this generation, but throughout. When for you did you feel you mastered the sense of space and distance and just knowing how to throw and manipulate punches? When did you feel that you became that full master of your craft?
I think that's something that I've been doing my whole career. And as I became a professional, I started perfecting it more so than I was an amateur, because it's more minutes, it's more time, it's more rounds. So, I think as I got a professional, I started perfecting my craft.
And not only perfecting the craft, but you've been stopping people really since you started. But when you got to 147, when we seen many fighters, including Errol, not be able to stop people, you've been stopping them at 147. What for you has been the jump tick for just knocking out guys and ending them in the fights? Was it just the weight gain, or was it just something that you felt that you further crafted in your technique, which was already sharp to begin with?
I just think it's just the moment that my punches land and the type of accuracy that they land at that led me to, get the stoppages that I've been successful to get in the recent fights. And another thing, I think a lot of fighters underestimate my power and underestimate my strength going into the fight. So sometimes they kind of come in there careless and get a big surprise, rude awakening.
That's something that Shawn Porter's talked about in regards to how you're able to really have that angle and that punch that surprises people, but how you had that tempo setting the punches. And someone that had a whole style that was similar without the power that you possess was the great late Pernell Whitaker, and how Max Kellerman's giving that label. A few others thought that in that way in terms of being so smart and switching both stances and giving multiple looks. Just your whole thoughts on that whole comparison and how you've gone to like a 2.0 level version of that for the late great Pernell.
Well, Pernell was a great southpaw. He was a great fighter. In his days in boxing, and that's a fighter that I definitely looked up to and watched a lot of. But I think we got two different styles. I think Pernell was more defensive. I think I'm more, I think I take more chances at times when I don't have to. But, it's a great comparison because, that just shows what the level of skills I have been compared to a great fighter like Pernell Whitaker.
You're a big NBA fan. You know multiple sports. You'd be able to do if it wasn't boxing with that. Let me ask you, where do you think Damian Lillard going to end up in this whole trade situation? And will you think he'd be there because he's a big boxing fan with the Andre Ward support? You shouted him out on Twitter too with that. Where do you think he's going to be at? And will you think he's going to be there July 29th?
Man, Dame, I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a minute. I think the last time I, heard from him was about the Teofimo and not the Teofimo. I think it was the Lomachenko and Devin fight. But he's a great basketball player. I hope he get all the things that he deserves. Get to a great team that can potentially get him a ring because he deserves it. But will he be at the fight? I don't know if he have anything going on or whatnot. But if he is, the more support, the more the merrier.
With all the interviews that you've done, and especially with Sway, Breakfast Club, and then of course cross country fight when I saw you here in New York with that in LA. What's been the busiest day or like the most amount of interviews that you had where you're like, damn, this is like a lot right here. Where I'm just glad to get back into the ring and just get my whole spar on for what I want to get this victory on the 29th.
I think the media tour, that whole purpose is for you to get out and promote the fight. So you going from this place to this place to this place to this place, interviews at the interviews, and it's an all-day thing. You wake up in the morning and that's what y'all doing. So I think those 2 days was very, draining, being that that's all you was doing. No workout, just media work, and then you leave and then you go do it again.
In this process, Colorado Springs, again, is a setup to get the training camp on. What makes you love Colorado Springs as the right place to get your best and be able to have you at your elite level?
Well, I've been coming here for a long time, ever since I was an amateur, and it's always been a place that I can get away from all the negativity back at home and just get mentally and physically, emotionally prepared and out the way. You don't got to worry about nothing, and the altitude is a plus, and it's a town where a lot of people love fitness. So everywhere we go, people is respectful of my space. People is respectful of, me working out, so they don't come over there and just fangirling me or fanboying me. And, we get to do everything that we like to do.
They're not giving you the Wembanyama treatment like how he got yesterday getting swarmed and Britney Spears and all that happened. They ain't giving you that at Colorado Springs out there.
Nah. They cool peoples.
You talking about the negativity in terms of getting away from stuff, but the positivity back in the 402. What's been even more than normal, because you always get that support from your city, but for this whole build-up, what's been one of the positive things that's been coming out of this directly from people close to you and throughout the city?
The positive thing is everybody's just supportive. You got your handful of people that's, negative and that want to see you lose. That's what everything that you do in life. But the support that I get from back at home is unmatched in my eyes. And that's a great feeling.
You have Warren Buffett as one mentor, many with that. Who for you, in terms of not only say Warren Buffett, but another person that's been notable, that's been really consistent in terms of supporting you, that a lot of people probably wouldn't know, that supports Bud Crawford the way that that person's doing?
I really can't put a hand on it because there's so many people that support me that a lot of people probably think don't. There's a lot of people that come to my fight. There's a lot of people that have their own lives and have things come up that they can't make the fight, but they let me know that they are watching and they supporting, and that's all that matters. It's just a little text here of, we're going to be watching you. We ain't there, but, we're going to support you and buy the fight, or we're going to have a fight party, or, things like that, because that's really all that matters. When people support you when you're not in front of them.
You've had classic lines in this build-up with the flare fish and the gunner to get this big fish. What's been your whole favorite line that you're going to make a realization July 29th that you said, oh, I'm going to love having this on a T-shirt come the next day when you get all 4 belts?
Well, I'm just going to Just gonna tell everybody I told you. That's it for the most part. A lot of people was doubting me, and I just love to prove people wrong. I've been doubted my whole career, my whole life, and I overcame so much that this one moment right here is gonna be so precious when I'll be victorious. Just to tell people, I told you so.
From the Ricky Burns fight that you have censored as so big and vital for you as most important, the Prescott fight and getting how that was so impressive on HBO with it, Gamboa, Victor Postal, because that again was your first 4-belt title whole contest with it. Is Burns still that center fight for you with it, or are they now just all equal with how you come in there and show that you've been pound for pound number one?
I think Burns is the most joyful and significant fight of my career to date. It's the fight that I've always yearned to win, and that was a world championship fight. It was when all my dreams came true. So I got to hold that at the pinnacle of all the fights, because without that one fight, there wouldn't be no pound for pound. There wouldn't be no 39-0. There wouldn't be all the talks of multi-division champion Terence Crawford. Yes, I probably became champion, but who knows how life would have played out after that one fight.
What separates your trainer from all the other trainers in the sport, where you're like, we're an unbeatable bond? Because it's part of not only you coming and being your own self, of feeling that you're the best and showing that you've done that. But what separates Brian McIntyre? What separates B-Mac from being the best from other trainers in your mind?
Well, it's not just Brian. It's Isao, it's Red Spikes. You got Bernard Davis helping out. So it's 4 minds in one. So you really can't just out-coach 4 people at a time. You know, a lot of people got great coaches, but I got a great team. I got a great family that's been with me since day one. Brian, he's very technical. He's very smart. He's been in the ring, so he knows what to do, when to do, and how to do it. Just like all my other coaches, they all been in the ring as well. So having 4 minds tell you and see their point of view, help you see things from all different angles, because everybody think different. Everybody got a different take on things. Everybody approach things different. Everybody react different. So when you getting all those different reactions from all these different coaches that comes into one, it's like, okay, what you gonna do that I'm not ready for, or my coach is not ready for? So we didn't see it all.
2 more questions before we get out of here, because not only with the dedication inside the ring during training, but when it comes to the work outside the ring to make you the complete fighter that you are, what's been the hardest workout that you've overcome that's now like, hey, I'm looking forward to doing that because it's going to make me even more formidable and more unstoppable? What's been the workout outside the ring that you like, I overcome this? This was major. That's been made you better.
They all tough. They all tough. They all tough. I can't even put a pin on them. All the workouts tough, you know. And once you get to the level that I am, you know, you expect that. When something not tough, you don't think you're getting a good workout. You know, you want it to be hard. You want it to be grueling. You want it to be tiresome. You know, and that way, you know, you're getting a good workout.
Last one I got for you, because you mentioned Mom's birthday on the 29th with that, and how that was something that has always been wonderful thing is to give mothers any birthday present on that, getting a Leo season with it. What's the message that she's giving you with the rough rider that she is for the 29th when you go to her with those 4 belts? What's the message that she's giving you before? Afterward.
Message, yeah. You know, I kind of stayed away from her a little bit, but you know, come fight week and fight night, that's when she normally come over and give her little speeches and stuff. And you know she's gonna be extra turn because it's gonna be her birthday. So, you know, that's gonna be an early birthday present.
T. Craw, appreciate you, bud, on this one, man. Good luck for the preparation all the way there. We'll see you in Vegas for that, remember?
I appreciate it, man.
No doubt. You can watch the fight of a generation between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world and pound for pound best boxer in the sport status on Saturday, July 29th, either at the T-Mobile Arena or on Showtime PPV. That's it for this episode of Overall, hosted by me, Andrew Jones, on the Bleav Network. But stay tuned, because the next episode is coming soon. Until then, God bless, stay well, take care, and I'm outie 5,000. Championship occasions.